Okay, so I'm going to show you how to attach your buckle slide to your flip-flop. It's really hard to describe, but it's actually really easy to do. You're going to start by just knotting the cord directly onto the slide. You'll make just a simple single square knot and pull it good and tight, and you'll slide it up toward the top, one end or the other. If you had a shape, it would actually, I guess, be the bottom that you're going to slide it towards. Then you're actually going to put it on your shoe, and you'll see that I'm bringing the ends down around the back of the shoe. And here's where you're really just going to be weaving the cording back and forth and under the buckle and so forth. So let's see if I can get this so you can see this really well. And I'm starting with 12 inches of cording. If you don't want to work with a little tiny knot at the end, you might want to add a little bit more. I'm kind of used to 12 inches, so that's kind of what I've used. But you could give yourself a little slack to cut off at the end if you prefer. So you're going to come across, I'm coming across the toe piece, and I'm just going to cross it. I'm not going to knot it yet at this point. And then I will feed each end through the buckle. And then again, cross over. Lots of feeding and weaving and crossing here. That's kind of the basic thing. Then you'll feed it back through the hole, and you're going to go across and around the back of the toe thing. Once you're in the back, again, you'll want to cross them as you go up through. And there's no like one way that you have to do this. This is one way that I found that secures it really well. Okay, so you can see that I'm in the back. It's kind of a trial and error thing. Spread across, bring down around to the front again. Okay. And as I'm going, I'm making sure that it's very taut. Almost to the point where it kind of hurts my fingers just a little tiny bit to pull it tight, and centered. You know, make sure your buckle's on here centered. And you can see my buckle does not wiggle around here. I've holding it real tight. So I'm going to cross once more, feed it up through. Alright, and here's where if you had a little bit extra leeway or extra ribbon and you wanted to work with a longer ribbon, that's fine. I'm, again, just have a tiny bit. So I'm going to knot, just a simple square knot, and then I'm going to knot it again. And again, you can see this is very securely on there. It is not wiggling around. On another pair that I have here, you can see the same thing. Once you get your bow in, they are not goofing around. It's not going to go anywhere. So what I would do now is, see these two little tag things hanging off here? I just trim them off. And this is where your glue comes into play. I just like, as an extra step, and you don't have to do this, but I just dot a couple dots of glue here at the base, or at the top, and a couple more dots of glue here at the base, just for an extra security measure. Just let's see if I can flip this over kind of, so you can see on the bottom, it's going to look like that. Can you see that? So it's kind of back and forth and under and over and across, and just get it really, really tight on there. That's it. That's how you're going to attach it. And then the next step will be to actually feed your ribbon through. I like to fold mine into thirds so that when it's on there, it actually looks like a little bow. And if I had these snipped off, it would be prettier, but let's see, we'll just quite literally feed this through here. You kind of tuck it around and kind of poof it out the way you want and so forth. But that is your fancy decorated flip-flop, which locally here I've seen them sold for about $50, $60 and up a pop. And if you buy your shoes on sale, you can probably get them for $10. Your materials for another less than $10. Especially if you're buying for multiple pairs. So all in all, I would say you can make these for less than $15 a piece. There you go. Thanks.